GOP Rep. Marjorie Greene calls for arrest of Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg after it's revealed exculpatory evidence. She blistered him good. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene took Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg to task on social media this week following a report that his office would seek an indictment against former President Donald Trump in relation to an investigation into hush money paid to an adult film star ahead of the 2016 election. Greene was responding to a letter from former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen's attorneys to the Federal Election Commission dated February 8, 2018, indicating that their client made a $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels ahead of the election on his own volition and using his own funds, not Trump campaign funds. Also, the letter says that Cohen acted independently of the Trump campaign and the GOP presidential nominee himself. The Georgia Republican indicated in a tweet that was exculpatory evidence, which proves that Bragg has no case. She also said he should now be indicted for improperly pursuing an investigation. Now it's time to arrest Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg for prosecutorial misconduct after hiding hundreds of pages of exculpatory evidence, she wrote. Bragg is on the verge of indicting an innocent former president and top presidential candidate against the opposing ruling party. Bragg is breaking the law and trying to incite civil unrest with his Soros-funded political war. Hold him accountable, she added. Trump himself posted a copy of the letter on his Truth Social platform. Wow, look what was just found, a letter from Cohen's lawyer to the Federal Election Commission. This is totally exculpatory, and must end the Manhattan District Attorney's witch hunt, immediately, he wrote. Cohen admits that he did it himself. The DA should get on with prosecuting violent criminals, so people can walk down the sidewalks of New York without being murdered, Trump added. A witness who testified before Bragg's grand jury on Monday in regard to the investigation has spoken publicly about Cohen, who was a key witness in the case. Robert Costello, who is a former legal advisor to Cohen, referred to him as a convicted perjurer and suggested that his testimony to the grand jury may be less than reliable regarding Trump. Costello noted that he provided testimony despite being warned by others that he didn't have anything to gain. He said he wanted to provide the truth to grand jurors, and to counter the lies promoted by the media. He added that if there was solid evidence to pursue Trump, no problem, but he suggested that Cohen is not necessarily a reliable witness. If you see the full picture, you know, listen, if they want to go after Donald Trump and they have solid evidence, so be it. But Michael Cohen is far from solid evidence, he told NewsNation. This guy, by any prosecutor's standard, and I used to be deputy chief of the criminal division in the Southern District of New York, I wouldn't have touched a guy like Michael Cohen, especially if he's a convicted perjurer, he continued. Not to mention, as I said, the 50 to 100 lies he told us that are in those 330 emails. Cohen testified before the grand jury in the investigation earlier this week. He admitted guilt in 2018 to various offenses, including violating campaign finance laws by paying $130,000 to Daniels. Cohen, who also was incarcerated for over a year after his conviction, claims that he made the payment at Trump's behest, The Hill noted, though the letter from his attorneys that was posted online this week suggests otherwise. Daniels, meanwhile, met with Manhattan prosecutors who are leading the probe on Wednesday, NewsNation added. Trump previously acknowledged reimbursing Cohen for the payment, but he has insisted the reimbursement was not associated with his campaign funds. The Trump Organization classified the payment reimbursing Cohen as a legitimate expenditure. Others have noted as well that Trump self-funded his first campaign. Trump last week declined an invitation to appear before the grand jury, which experts say was another sign of an impending indictment, though that remains to be seen at this point.